Smile at a crocodile. Um, this is for Jesus, the shit demon that bothers me all the time. If I don't do a regular come on and do a video, then he starts punching me. So, I am succumbing to the bully mostly because now some people say that if you act like a victim, you will attract a bully. Dr. David R. Hawkins said that if you are pursuing enlightenment, that lower astral demonics will, maybe he didn't say will, but often will go after you because they hate God and they hate people that are approaching God, because that is what enlightenment is, adding more light, and God is light. Some people say light is wisdom and love is, it's not romantic love, it's called agape, but that's just another word. It's basically an unconditional love for others. So if you're approaching God, then does God look at lower astral beings as something to send love to? I don't know what God says, but the metaphysical writer Stuart Wilde said, if you blow love on demonic entities, it he said lower demonics had a fractal nature. Their worlds were very fractal, and he said that if you blow love on them, that it breaks down their fractal nature. Why lower dimensional entities are fractal, I don't really know. I would have to do a lot more reading of Stuart Wilde to see if anywhere he gave some hints. Last I heard, he passed on maybe 8 years ago. So what else can I tell you? Most times I come to this point and I look at the clock and I say it's 3.5 minutes. And then I wonder, well, if I now put this down, if Jesus, the shit demon, is going to do this to me again. And then I'll put on the camera again and see if there's something else to say. But, he's a crocodile, kind of beastie. And so does blowing love at him do any good? I don't know how to blow love on people, especially on a spirit that's not in the physical. I mean, I can go, love, love, Stuart Wilde. That's what he used to say at the end of his little blog post. He'd say, love, love, Stuart Wilde, or love, love, SW. But this spirit that I call the shit demon, I mean, it's not right here. Sort of, I hear it in my ear, and sometimes it feels like it gets right inside my body. But, so I can, am I blowing love? I'm just blowing air. I mean, how do you blow love on someone? He wants me to go and pretend that I'm a little girl or something, blowing bubbles or something. Does it help? No, that was him. So, well, at least if it broke down his fractal nature, it didn't break it down enough to stop him from doing that. So, what do I think about Stewie Wiles' idea? Maybe it worked for him. Maybe he ran, and never ran into the particular demonics that I seem to have had for a long time. They want me to continue talking. I just don't have anything else to say. Generally speaking, it's been years that I've had these shit demons chasing me. Well, not really chasing me. I'm not going anywhere, but they just keep coming. Various types of them. They are a legion because sometimes they will blend their voices together and their personalities perhaps get blended together. That's all I got to say. Oh, one more thing. If you're interested in how to gather up a lot of information about demons, um, probably don't go anywhere near the Catholic Church because they are full of demons, and you're likely to find one dressed like a priest. Who says that? Most of the newspapers that report on the way they treat children. Um, where else could you go to find out about demons? Why would you want to find out about demons? Well, maybe you're being attacked by them and you want to figure out how to get rid of them. Well, maybe you would call on angels, except that anything with the um, suffix, the last two letters are el, El as in Elohim. Um, well, everyone knows that the fallen angels are demons. So, you mean Lucifer was a probably, well, somewhere in the angelic hierarchy and then fell and became a demon. So, anytime you call on the angels, are you getting the angels that are benevolent or are you getting the angels that are malevolent? No one ever thought of that before, did they? Well, I guess you didn't study enough to figure it out. El. There are some other things about El. Elohim. Sometimes the demons will give me a shove if they want me to start talking again. They're awful, horrible, nasty things. And, despite what people say about calling on like Archangel Michael to come and deal with the fallen, I've seen no evidence of Michael or Gabriel or Raphael or anyone at all saying, "Hi, I'm here to help you." One time there was a bully outside of a bar who was kind of starting to bully a lot of people. And this young man drove up on a bike and hopped the fence and stood there. And the bully came over to this young man. He wasn't very big. He might have been, I don't know, 5'9". But he stood his ground and he looked at this bully. And we all kind of stood our ground. And it was just kind of funny that he drove up right at the time when the bully was looking to see who he could intimidate. And this guy drove up on a bike, and we just got the impression that he was an angel. Looked like a human, but just because of the timing of it all. It's the one and only time I spent a lot of time at that particular bar. It's one and only time that somebody pulled up like that on a bike right in the middle of a very intimidating, dark person. So maybe there are other kinds. Maybe it was a Dakini. I won't use the name angel. Dakinis are difficult to express. They were mentioned in the Celestine Prophecy series of books by James Redfield. He always said, if you remember, empower the Dakini. I think they might be from Buddhism, maybe Tibetan. One of James Redfield's book is The Search for Shambhala, which is supposed to be a lost city somewhere in Asia. Is it in Tibet? Could be Tibet, because there's a book publisher called Shambhala that publishes a lot of Tibetan Buddhism textbooks. The demonic being that I call Jesus is also talking about other words that end in EL, and there was Babel, Babel, and there was the Tower of Babel, where there was some story about at one time all humans could speak the same language, and then something happened, and something related to this Tower of Babel, and afterwards people could babble, but they couldn't understand one another. In other words, we all broke down and ended up with all kinds of different languages. I see no relevance whatsoever to, but maybe he does.